Hello everybody! Happy Wednesday. I am going to come on and do a short video. Please stop laughing, please. Quick video, still get laughs. Psychic Duck, help me out. Okay, say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. Yes, Psychic Duck doesn't believe I can do a short video either. I started this video at 11:11 and I said it's going to be short. I forgot it's Mercury retrograde still. The ending is what, tomorrow? And then we have the shadow period, so things still affect us a little bit. And I recorded like a block of it, and then I looked to see if I was recording. I wasn't. So, Netanyahu is going to New York, and Mandani said that Netanyahu was not welcome in New York. And what he said was, because I thought it was kind of good, he goes, Benjamin Netty is not welcome. He didn't say Netty, I did. Not welcome in New York City, nor any other war criminal at large. That was a Chuck Schumer look I just gave him. While we cannot end the genocide on our own, we can decide whether our silence will become another weapon. And we can examine every tool we have to defend the humanity and dignity of all people. I think I love that guy. Wonder if he'd come over and give me a big old hug when I'm feeling low down. Give me a Mandani hug. But I'm in California, he's in New York, so what do I get? I get a Psychic Duck hug. Not bad. Pretty good. Okay, excellent. The best hugger ever. Okay, the Democrats have an Israeli problem. So the Israeli ambassador to the UN, he came back and said, you were elected to serve New Yorkers, not Hamas propaganda. I got an email saying that I was spreading Hamas propaganda because I'm going, Israel is out of control, just like the US is out of control. I mean, bombing kids, bombing schools, is that Hamas propaganda that I'm spreading? Stop doing it. Calling a war criminal, is that Hamas propaganda? So, do Democrats, do they have an Israeli problem? There's a lot of that AIPAC money that is coming out and people are going, oh my gosh, no, can't take it. Democrats are saying we are going to stop funding the war machine in Israel. We're not giving them more offensive weapons. We'll give you defensive weapons, but not offensive. Yeah. I'm for that. But then again, I'm spreading propaganda, so. For entertainment only. Did I put that up? My propaganda is just fun. Sorry. Okay. Are Democrats going to run into, is this going to be an issue that divides Democrats in our elections coming up? Seven of Pentacles. In this deck, is this going to be an issue? Well, when you look at this, when I look at this card, I just see the destruction of this tree. I see the destruction of the pentacles. So we get the Four of Swords, retreat. Is this going to be a problem? Sadness. So far, all I'm getting is just the emotional toll of what war does. I don't know. I don't know. Does it? Oh my gosh. Is this going to divide Democrats? I can't show this because naked pictures. Knave of Swords, swinging for the fences. New things coming up pretty quick. Seven of Wands, fighting windmills, defending themselves. Yeah, they're going to have a good messaging. Hey, do you hear that, Democrats? Get a good messaging. Internally. Are they going to be too conservative? Are they going to be hiding in their little IPAC money castles? Externally, they get justice, bringing balance, the sword of truth. Baby, a blind baby justice. Queen of Swords in the hopes and fears, and the World card. This is, if their messaging just doesn't stay with Israel, if it stays on more of the same topics of death and destruction, of people being injured in battle, and if they can take this to the world stage, Ukraine, Russia, Iran, US, we're supposed to be the compassionate ones. My whole vision is upside down with who I thought I was. Tower moment. In Judgment. Can the Democrats get the right messaging? Is this going to tear apart the Democrats? Do they have an Israeli problem by talking about this stuff? This card is not easy, right? But they have the completion card, but it talks about the destruction, the death and destruction of countries and of lives. So if they keep that messaging, not against the people of Israel, but it's against the leaders, then yeah, I think they do not have a problem. They have a completion. One more, just to end the, what is it? How do we breathe into the unity of everything that we are? With all this tower moment, death and destruction around us, how do we feel? How do we make that change to be peaceful warriors, to stand in our strength, to find love and compassion when all we see around us is death and destruction? How are we able to send love out and to receive love in when the world around us feels like it's going against everything that we believe in? How do we find that balance, that love, and how do we share it so that we can vibrate a higher frequency on this web of creation? We get the tower moment. as things are being broken down and shaken to the foundation, right? That is a time where we can rebuild something way better than the old brick and mortar. We have the Seven of Pentacles. You guys heard me shuffling on this. We have, it isn't all about money anymore. We've already tried the money route. It's not about that. Yeah, we do need some, a little bit, just to transfer some goods, and maybe that's not enough. Maybe it's a different way to transfer good. And then we get the Four of Swords. Interesting that these cards all came up before. So we get this dropping into solitaire moment, rising above the ground a little bit, dropping into that 4D energy, new emotional start with the Ten of Pentacles. New emotional start, overflowing emotion with how things worked in before, the legacy money. And we find balance. Thank you. Two of Pentacles. What are we doing to find balance? Am I spending too much time in front of the tube going, is he gone yet? Is that it? Or do I need to drop into this quiet time, rise above the 3D world to bring in a new way of being, recharging my emotional cup, and really focusing on how to balance in these turbulent waters. We do have to pay attention to some things, but not overly attentive to it. Okie dokie. Short video. Ha! Say goodbye to Psychic Duck, everybody. See you next time, everybody. All right. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all. Peace and love.